Greetings, ML Boom. This is your commissioner speaking. Okay, yeah. So, this is the All-Star Game, 1961, between the American League and the National League. Attendance is 30,274 at Crosley Field. Clear skies, 82 degrees, wind blowing right to left at 14 miles an hour. I've got everything set for computer AI to run on the American League. Everything for the computer AI to run on the National League. Let me make sure it's recording. It's recording. Okay. So, since everything is being ran by the computer AI, I will just simulate live instead of just sim and then watch it, so that way I don't know what the score is either. But right now, I want to show you the starting lineup. And the hot players and the cold players. Willie Mays, okay? Willie Mays is cold right now. That could be bad. It would have been a good thing if Hank Aaron was not injured. He could play center field today. Let's see. We got 4 hot players right now in the American League, which is Norm Cash. Norm Cash just came off of a 30-game hitting streak. Roger Maris, of course, Roger Maris is hot. I think he stayed hot the entire season so far. He is set to break not only the all-time 60 single home run season record by Babe Ruth, but possibly hold a record that couldn't be broken for another 100 years to come. He is set to hit 80 home runs so far this year. Harmon Killebrew, I think, is second in the home run leader list. And he's hot. And so is the pitcher, John Bunning. The starting pitcher, John Bunning, is hot. Hot and cold for the National League. We got hot, Frankie Robertson. Cold, we have Willie Mays. Hot, we have Ali Smith playing third. Who's playing second? Because I remember during the pregame show, Frank. Maybe it was the AL. Look at this. The shortstop is playing second, and a third baseman is playing third base. Okay. Yeah, we might see some errors over here. We'll see. But also hot on the National League by Ali Smith for the Dodgers. Gene Oliver's hot. He's a catcher from St. Louis. And the Reds starting pitcher, Jim O'Toole. All right, well, let's get started without further ado. Hold on, let me make sure that the mic is recording as well. It is. I don't even know why this is on.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, let's begin this thing. Okay, start game. Oh crap. Okay, well, let's change the view. This was not exactly what I had in mind. Initial camera view will go. There's wide 2. Well, I don't see wide 2, so I'll go with wide low. View for this would be wide low. And view for this would be wide low. Alright. I have everything set for computer AI to run, so there's nothing I can do that will affect gameplay. And here we have the attendance at Crossley Field. Alright, up to bat. Jim Pearsall from Cleveland. Except for, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Apparently, the American League is home team. Okay, my bad. Up to bat, Frankie Robinson. Look at those stats. Okay, I'm using OSA stats, by the way, because I want you to see what my stats show people. Everybody should have the same OSA stats, I guess. Okay, so that would be a commonality. And let's play ball. Pitching, Jim Bunning. Frankie Robertson up to bat. Welcome to the 1961 Major League Baseball All-Star Game. Okay, that's the first out. Now let me read this. Welcome to the 1961 Major League Baseball All-Star Game. The sun has been shining all day. The game time temperature is 82 degrees. The wind is blowing right to left, 14 miles per hour. Get yourself ready for baseball. Excuse me, guys. Hopefully that's not that corona thing, right? Let me go to game options. Let's go to instant. Yeah, that way it shouldn't. Box here should not be repeated. Okay, second at bat. There's one out. Second at bat is Willie Mays with San Francisco. He's batting a 286 for the year, 365 OBP. And guys, he can steal. Alright. And the pitch. Ball 4, he walks. Now, I'm the commissioner and also a general manager for the Milwaukee Braves, so I'm going to kind of be rooting for the National League, although I think the National League is the underdog for this game, with two very important players being injured that couldn't make it, which is Sandy Koufax, the pitchers for the Dodgers, and Hank Aaron, the center fielder for the Braves. So, plus, you got so many leaders on the American League team this year, like the home run race and RBI race and stuff like that, is currently being held by the American League. So the underdogs are going to be for the National League. I'm in the National League. I'm going to be rooting for the underdogs. But I'm also going to be kind of fair for everybody else. So here we go. Let's go. One out. Man on first. Orlando Cepeda. San Francisco Giants. And he steals. And he's safe. Safe on second. Willie Mays stole a base. Here we go. Orlando Cepeda. Man on second. One out. And the pitch. It's going. It's going. It's gone. Home run. Kiss it goodbye, it says. Cha-cha. Hits it out. Cepeda swings. Tic-tac to the left. And deep. Long run for Kilgrew. To the track. Kiss it goodbye. Cha-cha. Hits it out. Measurement on that ball. The home run is 411 feet. The National League is up 2-0. Okay. Jim Bunning. One out. 2-0. No man on. Here we go. Roberto Clemente. And it's out. 2 outs, 2-0. Ally Smith, Los Angeles Dodgers. He hits it short. Looks like, and there it is. It's out. All right, there we go. The National League third baseman batting .310 with 19 homers and 16 bats for a win. The next pitch from Bunny, hit swing, grounder towards second. Cosley feels it. He throws to first. He's out. Side retired. 2 runs scored in the inning on 1 hit, a home run. Nobody left on. The All-Stars now lead 2-0. The All-Stars now lead 2-0. Okie doke, guys. Here we go. First man up to bat against the pitcher. Cincinnati's Jim O'Toole is Jim Purcell of the Cleveland Indians. And the pitch, hit to third, and thrown out at first. Next up, 1 man out. It's 2-0. Nobody on. Jim Toole pitches against Norm Cash, who has had an extreme hitting streak. Here comes the pitch. Strikes him out. 2 outs, 2-0. Jim O'Toole, against the Roger Maris, who is set to hit 80 home runs this year. Let's see how this goes. Here comes the pitch. And he walks for ball 4. That was a full count, so that was not intentional. Man on first, 2 outs, 2-0. National League winning. Brings up the second highest home run hitter of the combined leagues, Harmon Killebrew of the Minnesota Twins. Pitch. Walked into man on first and second. That brings up Elston Howard. Elston is batting .381. Okay, guys, this guy is a hitter. There we go. And the pitch. Get up the middle to center field. The long throw home. Oh, and he beats him. He's out of there. Caught him running at home. All right, well, it's 2-0 now. We completed the first inning. 2-0. National League is winning. And it's the second inning, top of the second inning. And it brings up Ernie Banks, San Francisco pitch. Being pitched against Tom, I can never say this guy's last name. Sturdivant. Alright, here we go. And the pitch. Hit second. And he's thrown out at first. Alright. Brings up the catcher. Yep, that's the catcher. Gene Oliver. 25 homers, 291 average. From St. Louis Cardinals. And pitch.
Strike 3.
Strike 3. That was a 2-2. Alright, there's 2 outs. It's 2-0. Nobody on. That brings up the Braves' second baseman, Frank Moylan, who's batting .284 with 15 home runs. It's 1-1 pitch. Swing, hit short, and thrown out at first. Alright, it's the bottom of the second. 2-0 National League. That brings up Cleveland's Woody Hill. Their shortstop, batting .298, 19 homers. And pitching is Daniel Lavelle of Cincinnati. Pitch. He swung on the first pitch. He goes near the track, and he reaches up for the catch. 1 out. All right, 1 out, 2-0. Bottom of the second brings up Wayne Causey, Detroit Tigers, second baseman. He's batting .342 with 8 homers. And the pitch. It's 1-1 pitch, and it's up the middle of center field. And he's cut off a second. That's all. Okay, so man on first, 1 out, and that brings up Frank Malzo, third baseman with the Boston Red Sox. First pitch swings to short, throws a second, and first catches the double play, inning one. So that brings us to the top of the third. Our score: National League 2, American League 0. Alright, pitching still with the American League is Tom Sturdivant. Brings up the Dodgers pinch hitter, Rocky Colavito, who's batting .304 with 22 homers in the season. And the pitch is 1-2 pitch, swing, hit to, and he caught it. He went to deep right, and he caught it leaping. 1 out. Alright, Jim Coates comes in to pitch for the Yankees. And at the bat is Frankie Robinson. Back to the top of the lineup, guys. He's batting .352. And pitch. Right up the, there we go. It's base hit. Shallow left center. Alright. Frankie Robinson on first. You know, guys, he likes to steal. 1 out. Brings up Willie Mays, who is cold, by the way. Swings up the middle. It gets through. Rounding second is Frankie Robinson. He slides. And he's safe. It's a base hit. Middle, first and third. 1 out. Top of the third. And it brings up Orlando Cepeda, who is hitting .328 with 21 homers in the season. He's 1-for-1 already today with 2 RBIs and a home run. Let's see if he smacks another one. Pitch. Hits the short. Throws the second. He's out. It's 2 outs, but that brings the runner in. So the National League is up 3-0. 2 outs. That brings up the Major League Baseball's finest hitter, the highest average, Roberto Clemente with the Pittsburgh Pirates. And the pitch. It's a ball, but he's gone stealing, slides, and he's safe. Right, Orlando Cepeda has stolen second base. Jim Coates still at the pitch. Roberto Clemente, pitch count is 1-0. And now it's 2-2. Swing. And it goes, oh, it drops in. It's a run scoring single. National League is all over it today. Roberto Clemente gets his hit, brings in the RBI. Now with 2 outs, the score is 4-0. 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Top of the third, sorry. Is Ali Smith from the Dodgers. And the pitch. Up the middle, it drops in for a hit. Oh, he's around second. Throw to third is, he's safe. We're still going to keep Jim Coates in. That's a base hit for Ali Smith. Man on first and third. 2 outs. It's 4-0. Comes up Ernie Banks. Pitch. Swing. And thrown out by the third baseman. And that injury. 2-run score this inning. That brings it up to 4-0 National League. Bottom of the third. Johnny Padres is up to pitch from the Dodgers, and up to bat is Jim Gentile. He is also in the home run hitting race with 23 homers, just 2 shy of Adcock. Alright, so here we go, Jim Gentile on the pitch. Hit to deep right, and it drops in. Or shallow right. Base hit, first base. Man on first. No outs. Bottom of the third. It brings up Jim Pearsall back at the top of the lineup. And a hit to the pitcher. He throws a second out. and he doesn't throw to first. So there's one out, man on first. Brings up the hot hitting Norm Cash from the Detroit Tigers. And the pitch. Swing to left, and it's caught. 2 outs. Alright, up to bat is the guy you can never count on being an automatic out, and that's Roger Maris. He may hit that sucker out of the park. Johnny actually pitched to him. We will see. There's 2 outs, man on first, 4-0 National League. Pitch. Up the middle, and it's out. It's 3 outs, no runs scored. Top of the 4th National League, 4-0. Oh, they brought in the pitcher. American League brought in the pitcher, waiting for possible future Hall of Famer. And brings it up against the catcher. St. Louis Cardinals, Gene Oliver. Pitch. Swing to right. Drops in for a hit. Alright, that brings up the Braves second baseman. He was 0 for 1 today. And however, oh, nope, he's not good on sacrifice money, so he may actually, he's going to have to try to hit it. There we go. Swing. Right past third baseman, and that will halt the runner to second. So we got a base hit from the Braves, Greg Poling. We got a man on first and second, no outs. The pitcher's wide forward. It's the top of the 4th, 4-0 National League, and that brings up the pinch hitter, Dick Stewart from Pittsburgh Pirates. And the pitch, 0-1 to right, drops in, and the throw cut off. And there we go. No outs. Bases loaded. Now it's getting exciting. Don't know what's happening to Whitey Ford, but he's not in the groove right now. Bases are loaded. National League, 4-0. No outs. The pitch to Frank Robinson. Oh, and it's gone. Oh my God. Grand slam home run. I wonder who the player of the game is going to be named today. Right? There goes Frankie Robinson being greeted at home plate by the rest of the team. 8-0. And they keep Whitey Ford in the game. 8-0 National League. And that brings up Willie Mays. No outs yet, guys. 4 runs scored this inning. And the pitch, 1-0. Light went to third. And he runs it out for a hit. Willie Mays on first. You know he likes steal. That brings up Orlando Cepeda. Keeping Whitey Ford in. And the pitch is strike 3. A strikeout. There he goes. Did he just find his groove? We'll see. It's 1 out. 8-0. Man on first. On Fairley. Hit to second. And thrown to second base. The shortstop covering second base. And he's out. That brings up 2 outs. Man on first. Ali Smith for the Dodgers. And the pitch. Full count. Right up the middle. Drops in for a base hit. He's going to third. And he's safe. That's a base hit from Fairley from the Dodgers. And on first and third. There's 2 Dodgers on base right now. And that brings up the bat Ernie Banks from San Francisco Giants, who is 0 for 2 so far. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. It's 1-0. It's at center, and it drops in, guys. And the throw from center to the cutoff man. Oh, he's going home. The throw, and he's safe. That brings it to 10-0. 10-0, and they still have Whitey Ford in for the pitcher. 10-0. Man on second, 2 outs. That brings up the pinch hitter, John Roseboro from the Dodgers. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And that ends the 6-run inning. Bringing the total score to 10-0. Now on the line. Okay, Bob Gibson comes in to pitch for the Cardinals. He'll be facing Carmen Hood, who is looks like he walked. He must have walked. And here we go. Pitch. Right up short. Thrown out at first. 1 out. Next up, the New York Yankees, Austin Howard. And the pitch. Swings on the first pitch, shortstop, and thrown out at first. 2 outs. 2 outs, nobody on. Brings up the Indians' Woody Hill. And the pitch. To 1-0. Swing at second. Thrown out at first. It's 3 outs. 3 up, 3 down. And that will end the 4th inning. The score National League 10, National League nothing. Top of the 5th inning, Juan Pizarro comes in to pitch from the Baltimore Orioles. He'll be facing Frank Boylan, who was 1 for 2. Here we go. Here's the pitch. 2-2, and he's called out on strikes. Oh, he was screaming. 1 out. That brings up with the Cardinals pitch hitting Ken Boyer. Ken Boyer is batting .357 at 21 homers. And he'll be facing Juan Pizarro. And here's the pitch. It's 2-1 up the middle, and it drops in for a hit. Man on first. Alright, 1 out, man on first. Pizarro from the Orioles will be facing the Dodgers' Wally Moon, who's pinch hitting. He's batting .353 with 9 home runs in the season. Pitch. Swing and miss. Strike 3. It's 2 outs. That's Pizarro's second strikeout of the inning. And that brings up Willie Mays, who is hot tonight. 2 for 2. One being a grand slam. Is that Willie Mays? And here we go. And the pitch. Up to the pitcher. The pitcher throws it first. And no run scored on the top of the 5th. 10-0 National League. Bottom of the 5th. Juan Marichal with the Giants comes in the pitch. Pitching against the second baseman for the Detroit Tigers, Wayne Cosby. Pitch. 2-2. Up to second baseman. He throws the first and he's out. 1 out. That brings up Frank Malzone, the third baseman, Boston Red Sox. And the pitch. Swings on the first pitch at the shortstop. Short goes to the first, and he's out. 2 outs. And that brings up the pitch hitter, Gene Woodland, from the Washington Senators. Pitch hitting is batting .325 with 11 home runs this season. And he's batting against Juan Marichal. And the pitch. It's a 2-1 to the left side of the field, and he's out. Well, that ends the 5th inning. The score is 10-0. National League. Alright guys, this is Joe Hadcock coming in to pitch. He's with the Braves. He has the highest home run hit count of the National League. And he's batting .354 this season. He'll be batting against Don Mossy from the Detroit Tigers. Alright, here we go. Swing, first pitch. To the left, drops in. Adcock from the Braves is on first. Up next is Ron Fairley from the Los Angeles Dodgers. On first, no outs. Pitch. It's 0-1. Pop foul. And caught by the catcher. Alright. That's 1 out. Up next is the Dodgers' Ralph or Al E. Smith, who is 2-3 on the day today, so he is pretty hot. And the pitch on the full count, and he's walked. He'll take his base. 1 out, now versus second, brings up the Giants' Ernie Banks. Here's Don Mossy. First pitch, up to short, he throws second, he's out. And that's 2 outs. Man on first and third, brings up the Dodgers' John Rosenberg. 0-1, swing, pitcher covers first, and he's safe and the run scores. He ran that one out pretty fast, but now the score is 11-0, 2 outs, man on first and second, and that brings up the Braves' Frank Borling, who is 1 for 3 today. And the pitch, first pitch, swings to right field, and center field with us. There we go, 3 outs. 1 score, on the top of the 6th brings it to 11-0. It's the bottom of the 6th. Pitching is the Cincinnati Reds' Bill Henry. Will be facing the great Mickey Mantle. Pitch. It's 2-2 to the right side, and the second baseman catches it. 1 out. That brings up Roy Sievers. 2-1. To the right side, and he gets through quickly. That's 4 base hits for the game for the American League in the bottom of the 6th. Brings up Al Colleen. I don't know how to pronounce it. And pitch is full count to the right. First baseman catches it, and he taps on first. It should be a double play, and it is. That's a double play. Well done. That ends the bottom of the 6th. Your score is the National League 11, American League 0. And Don Mossy is back to pitching again for the Tigers. He'll be facing off against the pitcher of the National League, Bill Henry. 1-1. And he pops up in the infield to the shortstop. Nope, the third baseman calls it. Alright. Bob Friend of the Baltimore Orioles comes in to pitch. He's going to pitch against Wally Moon. The Dodgers, and the pitch is hit hard to right, and it's a diving catch for the out. It's 2 outs. Brings up the bat Willie Mays, who is hot. 2 for 3. And a pitch from Friend. Swings on the first pitch to third base, and third throws it, not in time. Willie Mays with that speed just makes it to first with ease. Up to bat now is the Braves' Joe Adcock, who is 1 for 1 tonight. Goes up against Friend, and here's the pitch on an 0-1. Swing to the right side, and he's thrown out by the second baseman, which will end the top of the 7th. No run scored. We have the score 11 National League to 0 American. Bottom of the 7th. Pitching is the Dodgers' Ron Peranoski, and he'll be facing against Harmon Killebrew from the Twins, who is 0 for 1. That's a full count, and he walked it. Man on first, no outs. Brings up Earl Bate, Blue Twins, who is pitch hitting. He's batting .358 for the season with 13 home runs. Man on first, no outs. And the pitch, and the 2-2, swings to the left side of the infield. Foul, caught by the third baseman. 1 out, man on first. Woody Held against Woody Held of the Indians. And the pitch is a 1-2. Strike. 2 outs. 2 outs, man on first. Ron Peranoski pitches against Wayne Crosby, second baseman for the Detroit Tigers. Pitch is 3-1 anyway. Man on first and second brings up the Boston Red Sox Frank Malzone. Against the Braves pitcher just came in, Joe Gibbon. Joe Gibbon is undefeated so far this season, and he comes in to pitch. He's 10-0, and he will face Frank Malzone of the Red Sox. 2 outs, but at first and second, bottom of the seventh, and here's the pitch. 0-2, hits it to the first baseman. The first baseman throws it to first, and he's out. It's 3 down. So that's the bottom of this. So that completes the 7th inning. The score is 11-0. National League. Top of the 8th. Here we go, guys. Up the pitch is Ralph Terry of the Yankees, and he'll be facing Ron Fairly. And the pitch. Swings on the first pitch to the right side, and he is out. 1 out. Ralph Terry for the Yankees is now pitching against Al E. Smith, who is 2 for 3 on that from the Dodgers. It's 0-1. He swings to the right side. Looks like it's fair. And caught by the right. 2 outs. Alright. That brings up Ernie Banks for the Giants, who is 1 for 4. And 2 RBIs in that. And the pitch. He swings on the first pitch. Right up the middle. And it drops in. He rounds first. He's going to second. He's rounding second, going to third. To throw to third. He slides. He's safe. He got a triple. Ernie Banks with a triple. Brings up the Dodgers. John Roseborough. Batting against Ralph Terry's deal. 2 outs. And the pitch is 2-2. Swung and missed. 3 outs. That was close, but there was no score. It's 11-0. Bottom of the 8th. Joe Gibbon is back in the pitch. And he's pitching against Don Budden, who is pinch hitting. And Don Budden is for the Boston Red Sox, and he is hitting .337 on the year with 7 homers. And here's the pitch. It's a 1-1. Swing up to the pitcher. The pitcher throws it first, and he's out. Ooh, Joe Gibbon against the Mickey Mantle. Run out. It's a full count. Pitch. Ooh, it's a hit, and it drops in. Mantle is rounding first. The throw to second. And he slides. Mickey Mantle's safe at second. It's 11-0. Mantle in second. 1 out. The Braves, Joe Gibbon against the White Sox, Rory Seavers. And the pitch is 0-2. Swings up the middle. Oh, Mays catches it. Oh, sliding catch. Right up the middle. Alright, so it's 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th. The Braves, Joe Gibbon is facing against New York's Al Kaline. I'm sorry, Detroit's Al Kaline. Right field. 3 balls, no strikes, and he walked it. It may have been intentional. Alright, so it's Mantle first and second. That sets up the out at any base. And that brings up Harmon Killebrew. I don't know why you intentionally walk. Maybe it wasn't intentional, because now the pitcher is Art Mahaffey of the Philadelphia Phillies. 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th. And first and second, and the pitch to Killebrew. And the 2-2 swings to the left side of the field. Third throws at second, and he's in. Here's the inning. After completing the 8th, the score is still 11-0. Top of the 9th inning. In the pitch for the Yankees is Louis Aguirre. I can never say this guy's name. Argo. Luis Arriola, left-handed pitcher from New York. And he'll be facing the Braves' Frank Borland, who is 1 for 4. Swings on the first pitch, right up the middle. He dives to stop it and throws it to first for the 1 out. And that brings up the pitcher, Art Mahaffey, who is on fire, by the way. So it's 2 pitchers against each other right now. Here we go. 1 out. Swings on the first pitch to the second baseman. He throws it to first for the out. 2 outs. And that brings up the Dodgers' Wally Moon. In the pitch. It's full count. Swings in through the. Oh, yep. You got a base hit. Wally Moon's on first. That brings up Willie Mays, who's most likely going to be named player of the game tonight. He's batting 3 for 4. Oh. Yes. And here's the pitch for 2 outs in the top of the 9th. To the left side. Oh, it's an error. He drops it. Oh. It was played cleanly by the shortstop. Throw to second. The throw is high and into the outfield. Ooh. Alright, so that's 1 error. Man on first and second. It brings up the Braves' Joe Adcock, who is 1 for 2. And the pitch on a full count is ball 4. That walks him. Bases are loaded. And they're going to keep the pitcher in. And the batter is going to be Ron Fairley of the Los Angeles Dodgers, who is 0 for 3 tonight. It's 0-2. Swings to the right. Scooped up by the second baseman, who throws them out first. So we have bases loaded and nothing happened. Top of the 9th, 11-0. This is the American League's last chance. They've only got 5 hits of the whole game. So pitching has dominated this game so far for the National League. And hitting dominated. Gosh, both sides are on fire, offense and defense. Okay, so pitching for the National League, possibly closing out the game, is Art Mahaffey of the Phillies. And up to bat is Earl Batey, who's 0 for 1. 0-1 pitch. Swung up the middle, and it drops in for a hit. Man on first, no outs. Up to bat is the Indians' Woody Held, who is 0 for 3. To 1-1. Swings right up the middle, it's long, and it's gone. Home run, 2-run homer. Well, there will not be a shutout tonight. So it's down to 11-2, no outs still. That's a home run for the shortstop from Cleveland. And they're going to keep Art Mahaffey in to pitch. 11-2, no outs to Wayne Cosley, Detroit. It's a 2-2 pitch. Swung to the right side, scooped up by the second baseman, thrown out at first. 1 out. Okay, Frank Mazzone of the Red Sox. After that, it's a 2-2 pitch. Swung and drops in for a base hit. And there's a man on first. 1 out, bottom of the 9th. 4. They're seriously going to let the pitcher back. I guess they're not going to actually try to win this one, huh? All right. Well, there we go. 2 pitchers facing each other. Swings on the first pitch. To the shortstop. He throws it second. Here goes the first double play gamer. And the home team will be the National League, the World Series. The best players on the Major League Baseball has to offer took to Crosby Field tonight for the All-Stars Showcase. When the dust settled, the National League bested the AL by a score of 11-2. Helping the National League to victory was Frankie Robinson, who said it's a memory he'll cherish. Quote, "You can tell your kids and your grandkids someday that you were the MVP of the All-Star game. That's a cool moment," he said. Indeed it is. He went 2 for 3, scored 2 runs, and became the player of the game. Yeah. And the 2 home runs that were hit today were from Cepeda and Frankie Robinson on the National League side. On the American League side, Woody Held from the Cleveland Indians. And there you have it. Your losing pitcher is Jim Bunning. Your winning pitcher is Daniel Neville. And there is no save opportunity. It was pretty much a slam from the beginning. 11-2. 18 hits from the National League, 8 hits from the American League, no errors in the National, 1 error from the American League. And that's your 1961 All-Star game, folks. See you next year.